it going, guys? Jake and Chris here for Dude Ranch DIY. We're out here in the Woodyard a couple days before Christmas. It's getting cold, the sun's going down, but we got stuff we got to do in the Woodyard. We got logs to move, we got dirt to move, we got 2 tractors to do so with. Chris has his newly fixed cylinder, lift cylinder on his front end loader here, which by now you guys have probably seen the video because I'm editing it as we speak. And what's your plan? You're gonna try and dig out the dirt and dump it over where we've been dumping it over there?
Yeah, so because my tractor doesn't have the skid steer quick attach, I'm not capable of doing anything like moving the logs, IBC totes, anything like that. This is pretty much just dirt moving at the moment. So I'll move all the dirt, I'll spread everything out nice that we've dumped already over that way. And Jake is gonna take over the log moving situation.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw the grapple on the Kubota here once I get this IBC tote out of the way, or out of Chris's way. And we are going to start picking up all the logs that are down along the Woodyard Road here from the tree work that we did and add them to the log pile. I did come out off camera a couple days ago and I just started excavating more back, you know, along this wall here, so I'm hoping that we can kind of use Chris's backhoe or the front end loader to kind of taper this a little bit, and then eventually I'll get some more wood chips. You can see I had some wood chips on it there. We'll get some more wood chips to try and keep erosion to a minimum, but this area has ostensibly doubled in size, which is pretty great. So I'm gonna get out of Chris's way and we're gonna get going. Hey Cheese, what happened? Did Blue Cheese get stuck here or something?
Yeah, Gorgonzola isn't happy.
Gorgonzola's not happy right now? No. It's too far gone? Too far gone. Is that an approved pull point there?
It is for this moment.
Maybe I would go down here. I don't know. On the frame?
I don't know.
Okay.
The whole thing is an attachment, right?
I guess. Oh, we're gonna need welder Chris for this one.
Oh yeah.
Somebody's been doing too much crack. That's a dumb spot for the hook to be. Maybe we should move that hook because I need to use it to yank that other ash log out. tree's been here forever, and I'm sick of looking at it. And it's ash, and most of it's been up off the ground, so I'm hoping that it's still good. We're about to find out. So, the end of it right here is pretty punky. I'll cut it a couple feet in. It's kind of buried in the asphalt millings. I'll cut it a couple feet in. Seems pretty solid by maybe like right about here. It's actually, it's pretty solid. It's starting to get a little punky on the outside here, but I really don't think it'll be that bad. Again, this end was kind of buried. You know, it looks like it hit ants and all different stuff. So I think we'll salvage this. All right, guys, as you can tell, it's getting dark, but I got all of the logs that were on the ground, at least, all stacked up. All of this is really nice ash from out here till about, let's see, somewhere in here. All of that is ash for the most part, and it looks like some really nice stuff. We obviously still have a couple sticks left standing, one there, two down there, another ash stick over there, but we will be getting those on the ground probably after the holiday. I gotta say, it's really nice having the two tractors in the Woodyard. We gotta get a skid steer quick attach adapter plate for his tractor. That way he's able to use at least, you know, like the pallet forks and stuff. Right now, just having the bucket is a little bit limiting, but he got it at the perfect time because for a channel that doesn't do much dirt work, we've been moving a decent amount of dirt, and more dirt than normal, over in this corner here. So check in with him. It looks like the thing's been running well. How's she running?
I think she runs great.
I think you got to be a little easier on the clutch there, bud.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, you just gotta jerking it out.
Yeah, I'll figure it out as it goes, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm much more used to the hydrostat transmissions. This is the first tractor, first vehicle that I've owned that has a manual transmission, so it's a little bit of a learning curve.
Yeah, definitely. It's got to be hard, like feathering the clutch, especially like going into piles of dirt and stuff. Have you been kind of figuring that out?
No, not at all.
Yeah, no.
It's either in or it's out, and you know, I guess it is what it is, and I'll burn through a clutch or two. And
well, you'll figure. Hopefully not. I'm sure there'll be some people with constructive criticism down in the comments. How's the this is the one you did, right?
Yeah, that's the one that I did. I told them
it doesn't look like it's leaking. You got a small drip
but
right there, but
watching it comes out of this union here.
Oh, it's not actually leaking out of the...
Right, it's not leaking out of the wiper seal, which is awesome.
That's good. Yeah, so just some
but
thread
I didn't
locker.
have any of the thread sealant that you used on the green bean or
the pipe dope.
Yeah.
I'll give you the pipe dope. I got it up in the shop.
But I think that's the last leak on all of these cylinders on the loader anyway. I do have to replace the lines. Those look pretty crispy.
Yeah.
But the front loader's almost done. I do have to do the other lift cylinder just because I have the kit and it's already 30-something years old, so I might as well while I got it. But yeah, I'm very impressed with it. I love it. I'm pretty happy with my purchase. The blue cheese, or gorgonzola, as some people said. I think when I saw that name in the comments, I was like, that one's got my vote. It's right on par, that's for sure. Yeah, exactly. Well, guys, I might have jinxed Chris here because as soon as I made that clutch comment, after he shut off the camera, I hopped on the tractor to drive it for the first time, and as you can see, it's not moving. Now, he drove it to the position it was in that last clip, and it was working fine, was it not? It seemed to be working fine to me. Yeah, I mean, you were moving, yeah, which is more than we can say for it now. So, if anybody has any suggestions as to what could have happened between when he shut it off to take that last clip and turned it back on, we are kind of dumbfounded, but I'm gonna pull him out of the middle of the Woodyard Road here, and we're gonna go inside and warm up. Guys, are you gonna tell him or me? I'll tell him. Jake sabotaged me. I did not sabotage anything. And this tractor was working like a dream when I was running it. Jake goes to step on it. He knocks. I did not knock anything. I did not knock anything. All right. I did not hit anything. Your big meaty thighs did that. Go ahead. Try it out, buddy. You do it. Me do it? No. This is your machine, buddy. I'll stick with the Kubota. I am a Ford guy, but I want to make sure it moves before I get back on it. And then I'll teach you how to run a clutch. All right. We're in neutral. Make sure you put it in reverse. Put that. High 3. Oh, we got power. All right. Chris was about to tear it apart, put in a whole new clutch. Watch out for that log behind you. What log? I thought this was a Ford. Yeah, fix or repair daily. See how smooth that was? Well, thanks for breaking and repairing my tractor there, Jake. Oh, you're welcome. Anytime, buddy. That's what I'm here for. All right, guys. Chris and I are back here the next day. It is much lighter out now, and I'm happy to report that the Gorgonzola, or blue cheese, little Ford tractor is running well. It is in motion. We figured out it's just a dumb mistake. One of us must have knocked it into neutral last night in the dark. Didn't quite realize until we did. So I'm glad that his transmission's running well. Here he is coming around the corner, all reliable. He's been continuing to scoop out the excess dirt here where we dug out, and then I think he's going to use the backhoe to try and taper down the walls. Let's catch up with the cheesecake here. She running all right? Is running all right. It sounds good. Gears work. That's good. So what are you finishing scooping out the excess dirt and then maybe try and taper it back a little bit? Yeah, I can do that. With the backhoe? I went in late last night with the backhoe and I started kind of cleaning up the edges, just pulling them out so I could grab it with the bucket. I'm just about done with all the loose dirt, and now I got to kind of push myself back into the woods and use the excavator to kind of like pull back the hillside.
It's a backhoe, not an excavator.
Backhoe, excavator, whatever.
We need an excavator, but for now, we got a little baby blue here. So guys, I need a new tote of wood for home heating, the wood stove. So we got a nice chunk tote here. And then this is a new tote that's gonna go in the basement of premium boneless, skinless bundle wood, because I not only need to refill the firewood stand, I need to make a bunch of bundles and replace both the empty totes that I currently have in the basement. So that's what I'm gonna be doing here. Got the bundle tote in here next to the brute force firewood bundler. This is where I keep the tote of chunks to heat the house. I like to clean out after every time I empty these things out. So got the Milwaukee blower here. This thing works great for it. All right, we got the 2 totes, bundle wood, home heating wood in the basement. I gotta say, these dollies that I made, they are awesome. If you guys have the ability to bring wood in through, doors like this or into your garage or something, these dollies make it way easier. I know there's a viewer out there, Joe. I actually saw him last week, and he said that he made a set. He actually bought the same PowerTech wheels, and I think he actually made a frame for the bottom of the IBC tote itself. And he said it works out great. So it's awesome having these things in here. I got the air circulator fan. I got the dehumidifier. I always like to put those on the home heating tote for a couple days once I bring it in, just to get any remaining moisture and stuff out of there, and keep the airflow circulating on these bigger chunks to make sure they're all dried out before we throw them in the stove. Another thing I have been doing is actually keeping track of how many totes we go through. So I do a tally mark every time I bring in a new one. And as you can see, so far we have burned 6 totes, which is probably, because these are big chunks, it's probably a little less than 2 cords of wood. Maybe we're at like a 1.5 cord, 0.75. But just brought in the 7th for the season, and now we got to go refill the firewood stand and make some bundles. We are almost full. I just got to bring out another tote. I ran out of wood in this tote to finish filling up this loose stack, and then we can get on to making the bundles. As I was filling up the first loose stack, a guy came and bought the last 2 bundles out of this auxiliary stand, so I got to make like probably about 20 bundles or so. But let's see what we got here in the Honest Honor box. This thing's been working out great. Look at all that cash. Oh yeah. Merry Christmas. It's like having an ATM in your front yard. You got tools in your hands and the tractor's not moving. What happened, sweetie?
I don't know what happened. From what I can tell, I likely ran something over and it got hooked on the hydraulic line that powers the whole backhoe assembly.
Oof, that's too bad. It's too bad nobody told you about that drooping hydraulic line.
Yeah. I wish I kind of heeded Jake's warning last night.
I might have broken the transmission on the tractor, but I fixed it.
Yeah.
This one I warned you about, but I can't fix it right now.
Nope. So I got the parts off of it that I believe to be broken, and I will be headed to Napa to see if they have said parts.
Napa Parts Run.
Yep.
BEEWRUN. How'd you make out?
We're doing all right.
You doing all right?
Yeah, so this was the piece that broke. It appears as though the metal itself just totally sheared off. It's supposed to look like this. and I believe this was going to be a swivel fitting. The parts store didn't have the exact same thing, so they hooked me up with this 90-degree half-inch to half-inch coupler, brass. He says it will hold up to 3,000 psi, and looking into the tractor, it was like 2150.
Yeah, it's usually around like 2200 or so.
So this should be more than capable of holding that pressure. I think I'm going to have to install this on the tractor.
And then put
it on, or then put on the chuck.
Because you don't have the swivel. Right.
But that's all right. I think we're
it's
gonna
okay.
Make out good here.
You'll be able to
this piece
park it.
Yeah, I'll be able to park it for sure. It's parked already.
Yeah, well, I guess so.
This piece was only $11, so in the grand scheme of things, I could have been way
not all that bad.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna call this good for now. Chris did a great job tapering down the sides and getting this back area pushed back. I then came in with the tooth bucket on my tractor and kind of made a little ramp and kind of back dragged. There was a hole here filled with a bunch of clay. It's really soft, so I think we're gonna have to let that settle out for a bit. But the whole side wall here looks really good. I think that's ready for wood chips, and the bottom part's probably ready for millings.
Yeah, this is a fun little project. I'm really happy we got that little backhoe now.
Yeah, the backhoe was the perfect thing to use, and this was a great project because there are no consequences. We could just mess around and gave you a good opportunity, I think, to get familiar with it.
Yeah.
You seem pretty comfortable on the controls now too.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like digging in a sandbox. All right, guys, I think that's gonna about wrap up this video here. Honestly, I don't even know what this video was about, so I'm gonna have a hard time titling it, but we were filming this just over the past couple days, moving dirt, doing random things, cleaning up around the Woodyard still from the tree work. I'm super happy with how this area here behind me off the edge of the conveyor turned out. Chris did a really good job, and I think that his new little blue cheese Gorgonzola tractor is a great addition here at the Dude Ranch. So I hope you guys all had a Merry Christmas. You'll either be seeing this just before or just after Christmas. So hope you guys had a nice holiday, spent time with your family and everything, and I really appreciate you guys watching. So if you haven't done so already, give the video a big thumbs up, click that subscribe button down below. I'd really appreciate it. Any questions, comments, feedback, throw it down in that comment section. But for now, I'm Jake. This is Dude Ranch DIY. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you here next time.